Welcome to ProBeta's quick video tutorials. In this video, we'll be discussing document 1221 using internal audit. The objectives of this document are to design an audit plan and strategy for using the internal audit function during your audit, by determining whether the work of the internal audit function is adequate for purposes of the audit, and determining whether to use the internal audit function to provide assistance. This document can be found under the Audit Plan folder within the Planning and Risk Assessment folder in your Caseware document library. Please note that this document is not available for small entities. For large entities, the document is only available if you selected that the client has an internal audit function and that the responsibilities and activities of the internal audit function are relevant to the audit, or if you are planning to use the internal audit function to provide direct assistance in obtaining audit evidence in document 1050, gathering information. The first column of the Audit Plan section contains a number of questions. You will be guided to look at, note, and discuss various factors relevant to the internal audit function. In column 2, you can make a selection using the Yes/No drop-down box. By answering the questions, your engagement will be tailored, and further questions and tabs in the document will be shown or hidden. In the next column, insert a short description to document the work you performed. The Risk column allows you to raise a risk if necessary, relating to the question asked in column 1. When raising a risk, you're prompted to perform work on the risk in other documents. The next column is the Reference column. Here you can insert the reference if necessary to supporting documentation or other documents within your Caseware file. After answering the questions in the Audit Plan section, you may notice that the document will be further divided into a number of tabs to assist you in developing an audit plan and strategy. These are Audit Plan, Audit Strategy, and Planning Memorandum. In the first column of the Audit Strategy tab, you'll find the balances and transactions that are relevant to the engagement. In the next column, select the sections where you intend to rely on the work performed by the internal audit function. In the next column, select the sections where you intend to re-perform the work performed by the internal audit function. This option to select re-performance will only be available if you have selected to rely on the work performed by the internal audit function for that section. In the next column, select the sections where you intend to rely on the internal audit function to provide direct assistance. By selecting these sections, procedures will be activated in the different work programs, as well as finalization documents, to assist you in evaluating, re-performing, and reviewing the work performed by the internal audit function. In the Reason column, insert a short description to substantiate the selections made. In the following columns, raise a risk or enter a reference if necessary, just as we did previously on the Audit Plan tab. The Planning Memorandum tab is divided into two sections, namely Considerations and Declarations. In the Considerations section, the first column contains a number of considerations, and no input is required from you here. In the Detail column, insert a detailed description to document the work you performed. In the following columns, raise a risk or enter a reference if necessary, just as we did previously in the Audit Plan tab. The Declaration section has a number of statements which each person attending the meeting agrees to, as well as a table detailing each person's information. The Name field details the names of everyone who attended the planning meeting. Users who use the Caseware security setup can select their names from the drop-down list. Secondly, the role of each person identified can be selected using the drop-down menu. The highest qualification obtained by each person can be inserted in the Qualification column. The industry experience in number of years can then be indicated in the following column. Finally, the signature of everyone who attended the meeting has to be recorded on this document, either electronically or manually. To sign the document electronically, you can click on the Sign Off icon. This will automatically insert your initials and date. You can insert comments after procedures in the document. To do this, right-click on the procedure and then click on Insert Comment. The comment will be inserted underneath the procedure that you right-clicked on. To delete a comment, right-click on the comment and then click on Delete Comment. Additional rows can be inserted at the end of a table. Right-click on the consideration and then click on Insert Row at the end of the table. The row will be inserted at the end of the table. If the Insert Row selection is disabled, it means that you are on a lower case view user level than set by the engagement partner in the probe firm settings. To delete a row, right-click on a row you have inserted and click on Delete Row. You can only delete rows that you or another user have inserted and will not be able to delete any pre-programmed ProbeMMX content. The Delete Row option will hide if there is any text in the row that you are trying to delete. The cell must be cleared before its row can be deleted. If the Delete Row item is disabled, it means that you are on a lower case view user level than set by the engagement partner in the probe firm settings. One of our amazing premium features offered to our premium users is Caseware Risk Space. Caseware Risk Space is an online community that provides content to help you document risks, controls, and management letter points. Premium users can import risks, controls, and management letter points from Caseware Risk Space into their template by clicking on the Caseware Risk Space icon. This will not only save you time typing, but will also ensure that the correct spelling and grammar are used, which will result in great report writing. Our premium users will also have access to footnotes. In terms of footnotes, a table has been inserted at the bottom of the document with footnotes titled Instructions. These are specific considerations that need to be taken into account as per the relevant international standards on auditing, as well as the applicable international accounting standards. Instructions will also include appropriate laws and regulations. For easy reference, the relevant paragraphs have been quoted. After you have designed your audit plan and strategy, you can conclude on the planned involvement of the internal audit function by completing the conclusion section at the bottom of the Audit Strategy tab. After you have completed the conclusion section and ensured that the planning memorandum has been signed by all the parties involved, conclude on this document by signing it off. For more information, you can visit our website at www.probemmx.com. Email us at probesupport@probeta.co.za or call us on 010-595-QMMX today. Thank you for watching.